shut up.
That's what they're supposed to do. It's like, why were you buying the candle if you didn't know what candles do?
Like, it's stuff like that just makes me absolutely hate.
Proud to be Canadian.
Oh God, it makes me hate to be human.
I have some other good Canadian stuff I was going to bring up to counteract that, but I can't find it right now. But I had to look up some cool Canadian shit to counteract that. Here's a cool fact. The average dog sled team could consume a human body in 3 minutes.
Oh, wow.
To the point where you wouldn't know he was there anymore. That guy would just be gone. That's what the Canadian dog sleds can do to you.
I need to rent me a dog sled team.
Right?
Side note, by the way, I just think about I'm going to take up dog sledding. Just wanted to let you know that.
Feel sorry for those dogs.
So, poor bastards. Drag my fat ass around the winter. Oh, terrible.
They are tough as shit. And inbred as fuck. They're crazy.
And it takes, as a dog sled driver, controller, pack leader, whatever the fuck you want to call them, it's you've got to, because those dogs, they'll just all of a sudden start fighting each other.
Oh yeah,
and you got to be able to jump off that fucking sled and jump in between those fucking dogs and stop them right away. You got to be able to have the balls to get between those big fucking almost timber wolves and stop that shit from happening.
It's not because for no reason. It's because they're inbred and crazy.
Well, yeah,
they're like Northern Canadian Australians.
If Tennessee lived up in the Arctic, they would be those dogs.
I can't find this crappity crap. There was more than just sled dogs. I had a whole bunch of cool Canadian things.
Well, I do have one little Canadian thing for you.
Okay, let's hear Gord's cool Canadian thing.
I said nothing about it being cool, just for the record. Canada has its first private province-wide COVID-19 curfew.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Manitoba?
Quebec. Nope, Quebec.
Oh, Quebec. Yeah, right. Oh, I forgot about Quebec.
That's right. Yeah, official. That's it. You are not allowed to leave your house between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. local time.
Well, we all know that's when COVID's worst.
It always affects at night. Never affects anybody during the day, ever.
I don't get it. And yet, in Ontario, things are just getting worse and worse. They announced record high numbers. Well, then obviously your lockdowns aren't fucking doing anything.
That's right.
When are you going to figure it out and just like stop? Oh, it's because not everybody's following the rules. No, it's not.
That's not it at all.
Everybody's locked down. Whether it's not, if I'm not wearing my mask in my house, that's not causing you COVID. That's going to be the next one. Oh, you got to wear your masks in your house. Stay under your covers with your masks on.
Yep. At all times.
Yep. Half of the day.
And shower with your mask on. Yep.
Everyone's wearing the mask wrong anyway.
Yep.
Nobody's doing it properly. We use the same. You're not supposed to reuse them. I use the same one for a week now.
Yep. I can't wear a mask. I have a face. I have a beard.
Yeah, if you have a beard, they don't work. It says that on the box.
It says right there on everyone. It does not work. I'd be just as effective to literally just take my beard if I grew it long enough to just flip it up and put it over top of my mouth. It'd be just as effective as a mask.
Probably better.
Might even be better. It's pretty thick hair.
By the way, kids, it is a known fact that COVID-19 lives longest on the surface of your dull knife edges. So take those to Gord and get them sharpened right away if you don't want to get COVID and die. You can find them on Facebook.
Well done. I am the professional COVID knife edge remover.
If your knives are dull, you can sharpen them. If they're sharp, you can make them sharper. Just take them to them. Or get COVID. It's your choice.
It's your choice. Do whatever you wish.
You can find him on Facebook under Gord or Sharpening.
Gord's little house. Gord's little shop of sharpening.
Hashtag don't want COVID.
Stay sharp. Don't get COVID.
Stay sharp. Don't get COVID.
There it is. I got my new tagline.
He's an essential service almost. I'm declaring him an essential service. So if you guys want to get out of your house, go see Gord. Take your knives.
I actually had a really positive experience the other night. I was went out for to grab some quick dinner, and when I ran into the restaurant, because you can't eat in a restaurant anymore. That's where COVID waits. So when I went there to pick the food up, there's this dude sitting by a laptop in the corner. So I just walked up to him with my business card out, and I said, "You the manager?" He goes, "I'm the owner." I'm like, "Cool, here." I said, I hand my card. I go, "Here." I said, "I'm going to sharpen all your knives for you." Just like blatant. And he's like, "I've been waiting for somebody to come in to do this. I'm fucking sick." And now I'm like, "Then I'm here to take care of you." And it just ended up being a really humorous conversation. I just threw that right on out there. I'm like, "Here, I'm going to fucking sharpen your knives for you." He's like, "Okay." So I scored him and 3 more of his restaurants, which is pretty awesome.
Very cool.
Yay! So that was kind of fun. But yeah, real random. Sorry. That's all I got. So
that's some good stuff. I'm glad. Let's keep it up. Keep helping Gord. Keep helping all small businesses right now. I'm starting to hear a lot of people shutting their doors. A lot of long-time businesses that just can't do it anymore. Yeah. And they're hearing all this doom and gloom, and they're saying, "Fuck it, I can't." Like, if anyone's on the fence right now, you think this news has helped them at all right now? No. If they're like, maybe I should stay open. Maybe I should. No, they're done.
That's it.
I think the Chorus Radio Group and Rogers and TELUS and the whole lot of them should all be on the hook for all of the costs that they're causing with this fucking news.
Yep.
Every time you say a number and don't explain that it's not exactly what it's supposed to mean, you should have to pay for the repercussions of that.
Absolutely.
It's getting totally out of hand, and businesses can't weather this. And that's the part that goes on forever now. Like, that's a forever thing. The money this is costing us, we'll never get over this. Not in our lifetime.
Nope. And and the fact that you still have all the we're dying financially through the whole fucking country, but yet we still have millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars to just give to other countries for whatever God knows fucking reason they're doing it for. I mean, one of them was for a gender thing. It's just insane. But don't open your business. That's the important thing. Do not do that. You are not allowed to do that.
That's the part that I've been told is really just trying to separate us, trying to get us, we take away all our independence, get us relying on the government. It's not communism, but it's not far off. This is how Nazism started. This is how communism started. They take away personal freedom. They take away personal income, and then you're wholly reliant on them. It's terrifying.
Now, question, Eric, is this? I don't really know the answers, but is that not kind of what socialism is?
Well, yeah, it's exactly what socialism is.
Like, socialism is what? Total government control, basically, right?
Well, technically, yeah. Socialism is communism, basically. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's looks kind of like I don't want to sound like the conspiracy guy, but it's pretty hard to argue with them right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we are losing. I've noticed it more than ever this year. We are losing our emotions. We're losing our empathy. The masks are really helping in us not see each other as people, and we're just treating each other like crap.
Yep.
It's fascinating how quickly we just degenerate into assholes.
It's crazy, eh?
It's frightening. That's the part that frightens me the most. As for the disease itself, I did speak to a healthcare professional last week about it, who I cannot mention because they are will be fired if they're caught speaking about it. So they are forced to toe the company line and go along with whatever is said, or they'll lose their job. Now, do they have a choice? Of course they do. Their choice is lose their job and put their family at risk. Um, so it's not really much of a choice at all.
No.
It's terrible. It's terrifying. This person that I spoke to was also told in no uncertain terms that they will get the vaccine or they will be fired. So
Whether you
they
want
don't.
it or not.
It's not mandatory, but you won't have a job if you don't get it.
I don't get how is that not that is mandatory.
Technically, yeah. Well, no,
So-
it's not because you have the choice to leave your job.
But that makes it mandatory to have the job, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want that job, you have to get that
You have to get it.
vaccine.
So it's mandatory that you get it.
You don't have to have that job.
No.
So it's not mandatory at all. Not a real
Yeah.
good time to be looking for a job. But,
No, I can speak for that.
um,
So can we discuss what was said on that?
You sure?
I'm dying to know some of the things that you were able to find out.
Well, what was said was don't go to care homes because you might have COVID. You'll kill a bunch of old people. Old people are dying. It's a shitty thing to die from. If you're 80, and if your grandma's 80, don't go visit her right now because you might have it and you might give it to her. And then she'll die, and a whole bunch of other people will too. If they're 80. If they're not 80, they're not going to die. The masks aren't doing anything. They don't do anything. Everybody knows it. Don't know why we're wearing them. It doesn't make any sense. That's not my words. It was much more eloquently spoken, but I promised I wouldn't record it, so I didn't. But yeah, the masks aren't doing anything, and everybody knows it. Everyone in healthcare knows what masks do, and it's not this. He said the same thing you did. That's read the package.
Yeah.
Read the mask. Read the box the mask comes in. It doesn't matter what mask you have. The best of the best don't fight viruses. That's not what they're for.
You need a full respirator suit for that. Do you not?
And as soon as it's moist at all, then not only are you creating, a bacterial hazard for yourself, the mask is useless once it's wet like that. So
Yeah.
So if you're wearing it for more than 15 minutes, you're fucked anyway. But again, not allowed to say any of that in public. Will be fired for saying so.
That's insane.
And that's the part that's very conflicting for a lot of these workers because a lot of them are just chomping at the bit to say, hey. And he reaffirmed what I said, that there's no hospital being overrun. There's 67 hospitals in Manitoba. None of them have more patients than usual.
Yes, and not only that, but they just released a thing today stating in Canada there are 1,700 ICU beds. 400 of them are taken up.
Yeah, but see, now it just makes sense because the COVID patients are on a lockdown ward, and the doctors who work on that ward have to quarantine at all times so they don't leave that ward, and other doctors don't go onto that ward. So those other doctors aren't being taken away from anything.
Yeah. Because
they can't go on the COVID ward. So there's no shortage of doctors. There's no ERs being overrun. It's not how this thing works because they're all separated.
Yeah.
And segregated. It's fucking, just figure it out. Just go to the goddamn hospital and look. Would you just look? Call everybody you know and see how many are dead.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Some of you know someone. Do you know 300,000?
Yeah. No. No, you don't.
Do you know any of it's actually less than 17,000. I thought it was over 17,000 in Canada, but it's not. It's less. and 16,000 of them are